Every day you hop onto social media, you hear a couple different things. The PS5 is more powerful than Xbox Project Scarlett, or Xbox Project Scarlett will be more powerful than the PlayStation 5. Rumors are floating everywhere. But I came across an interesting interview from Matt Booty, the head of Microsoft's and Xbox's first-party studios, where he basically says he thinks that Xbox Project Scarlett will be the most powerful and most immersive console on the market when it launches, and I thought it was pretty interesting to make a video about. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Everybody's having a great day, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe consider subscribing for future content. I would greatly appreciate that. Don't you guys just love this power talk about PlayStation 5 and Xbox, whatever they're going to call the next system? Scarlett, yes, but is it Xbox 5? Is it Xbox 2? Is it Xbox Infinity? We don't know yet, and Microsoft doesn't know. But when you hop on social media, when you head over to Reset Era, when you read the replies to some of the videos on YouTube, people are really invested in the idea of power. And that's something I've basically come to realize, is that power matters, especially when it matters if your console isn't the most powerful or is the most powerful. People want the power crown in the corner, even though they may say they don't. So when Xbox is rumored to be most powerful, all the PlayStation guys try to tear it down and say that's not the case. But now you have all the rumors that PlayStation is more powerful, and all the Xbox guys are fighting against it. Now, my personal opinion, I don't really care which is more powerful. I'm getting them both. While yes, I will be playing Xbox for the majority of my games, I just want a great console. I don't want a repeat of 2013 where one console was significantly superior than the other. So much so where games were 1080p on the PlayStation 4 and 720p on the Xbox One, or had better frame rates, things of that nature. I don't think we'll get a repeat of that this gen. But what exactly are we talking about? Matt Booty, I'm going to play his interview for you guys here, where he was asked about Project Scarlett, and this was his response.
But will this be the ultimate premium product? Is that what you're going for?
I think it will absolutely be the most powerful immersive console on the market.
Well, there you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. Matt Booty says he thinks it will absolutely be the most powerful and most immersive console on the market. So once again, all the Xbox guys can go out in the streets and celebrate another victory over the evil PlayStation empire. Xbox will have the most powerful next-gen system until more rumors circulate that PlayStation 5 is indeed more powerful, and we actually have Sony come out there and giving hardwire specs. You see, both of these companies have basically done the exact same thing. Sony gave a Wired interview where they talked about, what they were shooting for, aka capability, 120 frames per second, ray tracing, SSD, fast loading. But it was in an interview, right? Microsoft, made a video for E3. They basically copied their homework from E3 2016 when they showed off the Project Scorpio video, and they said pretty much exactly the same thing as Sony. 120 frames per second, ray tracing, SSD, load times, AK capability. It sounds like both of these consoles are going to be virtually similar, but of course everybody needs to know which one is more powerful, which one has that extra T-flop inside of it to justify my purchase. But then again, you think about what Matt Booty says. He said he thinks it will be more powerful. He thinks absolutely it'll be more powerful. It's not 100% confirmation that it will be, right? I know a lot of PlayStation fans, if it's proven out eventually next year that the PS5 is indeed more powerful, they will throw this Matt Booty interview and quote back in everybody's faces. Oh, but I thought you had the most powerful console. Once again, he doesn't really confirm it's most powerful or the most immersive. He says he thinks it will be. Maybe bad sentence structure, maybe not the best time to actually say that stuff, especially when you have Phil Spencer saying this on Giant Bomb.
With Scarlett specifically, you talk about, obviously wanting it to be the best. With the Xbox One X, it seemed like there was really focused there to be like, hey, we want to be able to say, this is the most powerful console you can get. Is that how you feel about Scarlett? Do you feel like with Scarlett, you really want to be out there more powerful than everything else? How important is raw power to you?
I think raw power is very important. And I know certain people were kind of picking up on the words that I used, and hey, you used to say most powerful. I really can only control the console I build. I don't have a PS5 dev kit, so I don't know what they are, what they're building. We both are AMD. The kind of spectrum of technologies that are out there are pretty similar. At some level, it's going to be what price point do you pick?
Right.
So I don't want it to get into kind of a silliness. Like, I want to build a great Project Scarlett. I want people to feel like they can have amazing console experiences they've never seen before, and that they've got the best lineup of content and services of any platform out there. And we're totally focused on that. And I know we have other things going with like coming to PC and xCloud, but I'll say that being a leader in console is something that the team is committed to doing. And we're not building this program to try to aim for second place. We were going to build it aiming for first place, and that's what I want to hit.
So Phil says in this Giant Bomb interview that power is really important, but he himself doesn't know which is more powerful because he doesn't have a PlayStation 5, so he cannot come out and definitively say that yes, Xbox Project Scarlett is more powerful than the PlayStation 5, but they are building Scarlett, to be very powerful, to build a system that you are going to love and have the best premium experiences on. It's just that Sony and Microsoft this time are basically making the same system. It really does sound like that these systems are going to be really close spec-wise, and what it eventually is probably going to come down to, like Phil said in this interview, is price. Who is going to price it where? Because obviously you price it at $500, you can put a lot more into it than if you can price it at $400. Or is somebody going to take a hit and build a $500 console and sell it at $400? Is it possible we have a repeat of next gen, or of last gen, or this gen rather, where Xbox had the most expensive console but the weaker version, and Sony had the more powerful one but the cheaper? Is it possible Anaconda is less powerful but $500 and Sony undercuts them and has the more powerful at $400? A lot of it has to do with price. But at the end of the day, the power thing, it's gonna go flip-flop. Every single week there'll be new rumors, new speculation by insiders across the internet. Right now, Andrew Rainier of Game Informer, Colin Moriarty have saying, hey, they've heard PlayStation 5 is more powerful from developers who have both. Phil Spencer says, I don't know if we're more powerful than the PlayStation 5 because I don't have a dev kit. And then you have Matt Booty saying, we will be, or at least I think we will absolutely be more powerful and have the most immersive console on the market. Those are kind of two different messages, and it's weird. It reminds me a tad bit like 2013 Xbox, where one executive would say something at one interview, and then a different executive would say something in a different interview. So you have Phil saying, I don't know, but I want it to be. Power is incredibly important. And that Matt Booty is over there saying, I think it absolutely will be. Instead of just saying, we're not sure, but we're building Scarlett to be, really powerful, and we're aiming for that power crown. But I don't know what the PlayStation 5 is. So if the PlayStation 5 does end up more powerful, certainly expect the PlayStation fans to be extremely happy about it, to throw it in the faces of Xbox fans, because at the end of the day, power 100% matters. That's why people upgraded from the PS4 to the PS4 Pro. It's why people upgraded from the Xbox One to the Xbox One X. It's why PC gamers upgrade from the GTX 1060 to the 1080. More power to give you better resolution, to give you better performance. People want that. And when they say power doesn't matter, they're essentially not being true to themselves. They're lying. Power 100% matters. The question is, which one of these systems is going to be more powerful? Maybe we find out next year, but it's definitely going to be an interesting discussion when all the information basically comes out. It's going to be good times, guys. I can't wait to see, and I can't wait to see the damage control on either sides, because I do find that stuff incredibly funny. But for right now, nobody knows. Matt Booty says he thinks it will be, which isn't definitive proof. Phil Spencer says, I don't really know. And you have rumors stating that PS5 is potentially more powerful than Xbox Scarlett. Anyways, guys, that is the video. I hope everybody really enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and consider sharing this out on social media, wherever you share things. Maybe tell a friend about the channel. I'd appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and if you always want to be notified when I drop new content, make sure you hit that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.